Welcome to another episode of Star Wars Hot Takes. Today we're going to talk about Braddington's post from like a year ago, almost 2 years ago. He said they ruined Boba Fett. His character was so much better in the originals, and then he shows Boba Fett in the originals. And of course, shows that he died in like 2 seconds. Boba Fett was lame in the originals, but he wasn't intended to be lame. He was intended to be pretty cool and stoic. I mean, he had his own freaking theme, and a badass theme at that. Dun, 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 dun. So, copyright. So, yeah, sure, he wasn't that cool, and this is an argument I see a lot of times from a lot of people. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that there is so much memorabilia and lore stories with these characters. I mean, Boba Fett has some of the most deep lore of any character in Star Wars when it comes to the Dark Horse comics and books and so on and so forth. So we have to remember that there is so much more to him than just, as you wish, and I need him alive, or whatever. There's so much more to that than him dying in the Sarlacc pit. I think, when people use this kind of rhetoric, it's really lazy on their part because they're just, cherry picking one thing to kind of help with their view and argument of things. But at the end of the day, it's really just not the case. There is so much more to this character that a lot of us haven't seen, or a lot of people haven't seen on screen, that they would love to see. And that's why when the Book of Boba Fett came out, I mean, if he was really that lame of a character, the Book of Boba Fett would never have been funded for, what was it, over 100 million or something like that, or whatever it was. It wasn't a great show because of what they did to Boba Fett, because everyone had a preconceived notion of who he was from the games, the movies, just being stoic, and the comics and books. So for me, I feel like, there's Boba Fett was up there with Darth Vader for me, and he was one of the coolest dudes. I just wish we got to see him in proper action and attire like we did in Mando Season 2. That was pretty wild to me, but, they didn't continue that. So maybe we'll get Boba Season 2, but yeah, I mean, I don't like when people, cherry pick this kind of stuff, because there's just so much more to these characters that a lot of us never got to see on screen, and that comes from the extended universe, which a lot of regular fans don't really know about or care about. So should maybe think twice before you say something like that. But I mean, I understand that, yeah, maybe in the originals he was had an easy death. Oh well, he didn't in the comics. Thanks so much for watching this quick one. Hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always. Oh, and make sure to catch the merch. There's only a few more days to get the blacked out Order 66 Black Friday drop. Link in the description.